What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Wait, What Are We Talking About podcast, episode 16, making its return on today, March 3rd, this lovely edition. I am today joined by Big John once again for the podcast, What the Wait, What Are We Talking About podcast is, as we bring a topic to this table. This one. Alright, anywho. And we just randomly talk about it and stuff like that. Because there's only two of us today, we will be doing a fan topic as well. What's up, Pancake? How you doing? And we are officially live. So you can catch this live every first and third Saturday of the month on twitch.tv/Enigma9011 if you want to get involved in the chat with us during the program, suggest topic ideas, and things like that. Yes, John?
But it's the first and the third today.
It's the first Saturday and the third date. Gosh. But my name is Enigma9011, aka Brett. I am your host / dude on the stream majority of the time, so feel free to hit that follow button. If you're on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. If you're on YouTube, go to Twitch so you can watch it live and then comment in the thing, like I said, and watch all of our other awesome content.
Twisted web we weave.
Yeah, I mean, they don't super work together, but, you know.
They should.
Super hot. Anyway.
Super hot.
Alrighty, so, John, we discussed our topics beforehand, but we did not discuss who is going to go first.
We did not.
So you want to rock, paper, scissors for it? Alright,
whoa, hang on.
1, 2, 3, go.
Okay, so it's rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Yeah.
And then it's best 2 out of 3.
Okay, I'm down with that.
Alright, here we go.
Hopefully it doesn't take 8 years. Here we go.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Yeah, there's one.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Fuck.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Damn it. Ah! Going first. Alright. So my topic... Pancake says hi, John, by the way.
Hello.
My topic today is... What are your biggest dreams?
Biggest dream.
I know these change over time, but I would like to know your current dreams, what your goals are, things like that. I know we've kind of touched on this in the past with your topic of what would you do with $1 million or whatever the fuck it was, and
it's just a god
genie wishes
money,
and other things like that. But I know, like I said, it evolves and changes over time. So I'd like to know what
deep start, boys.
what you would like to know. What are your current goals and ventures or whatever, or just like some dreams that you've had or thoughts that you've had, pie in the sky things for yourself. For example, one dream, and I know we've talked about this in the past, and I believe I talked about this on the podcast before with the changes topic, and maybe some other time in the 15 episodes we've recorded already, is LTS Studios, or LTS Gaming, as it was known.
I remember that.
The Enigma.
I remember I wanted to be I definitely wanted to be a part of that.
Yeah.
That's something, you know, just going back to it and touching on it, like, I just seeing, like, Geek and Sundry and Nerdist being together on Alpha, which, you know, I'm a subscriber to. Like, that's something I would love to do. Just be a nerd and get paid to do it, and just be creative and be a dungeon master, or be somebody who just talks about whatever they feel passionate about on a studio set, and people watch you. Like, thousands and thousands of people watch us. Yeah. Like, I'd love to do that. That sounds so much fun.
Yeah, my thought process with that, what I'm thinking of or whatever with this recent I already said thought process, so thought process of the evolution of LTS Gaming is way down the road. If I was able to support myself and support others, I would love to build a certain team around me. Now, this team consists of all people I know, but each has their own certain skill set, and I think if we could put all those pieces together, I believe we'd have enough chemistry. There would not be any button of heads, but, you know, you can't know that obviously until you do it. But I
think there's always going to be some butting.
Oh, that's fine,
it's
because
healthy.
that's how
there should be some healthy.
Because if we're all just like, yeah, let's all agree on the same thing all the time.
Yeah.
Like, we butt heads constantly. Stream sees that.
Yeah.
Hashtag 3-year anniversary stream. Check it out. Yeah. Shit got heated. Because I'm the no, I'm just kidding. But, that's too. But, no, like the vision I have in my head
Let me squat up.
is, so obviously this team started a while ago originally with myself, Little John, and then Jones signed on, and then they left and were doing their own thing because they didn't have the time commitment or didn't want to do it anymore, and then I just kind of picked up the ball and ran with it. Obviously, you and Billy and Dio, you guys have been like LTS 2.0, as we've discussed in the past. I believe when the three of us, and on the very rare occasion we got the four of us together,
Very rare occasion.
the chemistry is great and everything is just free flowing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And like we can banter back and forth, we're making each other constantly laugh. I know for sure for me it's a comfortable level. I'm never like thinking ahead of like, oh, I'll set this joke up and do this. It just kind of rolls off the tongue and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I think that would be great, but I also think everybody of that nature brings something to the table. Obviously, you bring the board game persona and the Dungeon Master, which you just said, to that foray, so you could reach out to that audience. And you are very well-spoken, and you speak your mind and things like that.
Yeah.
Billy is very similar in that forte, where he can be very serious and discuss a lot of topics, and then he can be, as we saw last night,
Extremely goofy.
fucking balls off the wall, go to town, make
Yeah.
everybody laugh, and make us lose our shit.
Yeah.
And then Dio is the fucking, okay, it's gonna sound weird, he's the cheerleader of the group. But, like, he wants everybody, as you do too, well, all of us, want everybody to do better at their thing. Like, he's just positivity personified.
Yeah.
And when he's not positive, it hurts and stuff like that. But, like...
Not only that, I think he's also, like, he's the more technical. Like, you and him share a quality of the technicality of games. So, like, there are times where, like, you and him will be, like, we have our own little chat that we have. And
Group chat.
Yeah, we're just really close friends to where, you know, we're always chatting all the time. Not that close. Brett wishes. Sorry.
Judging by Billy last time we almost were.
Yeah.
Twitch.tv so shouldn't even have you laughing.
But, you know, like, we talking all the time. We try and hang out as much as we can. And, you know, we try and hang out outside of the stream as well. You know, it's like, hey, I remember, like, one day him and I played Legendary for, 4 hours straight.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah.
But, no, like, I mean, we've gone to Six Flags together. I mean, even if it wasn't on the stream, Billy and Dio went out to California to see Brett. And it's like, we're always talking to each other. And I feel like when Brett and Dio get to talking about, like some of the video games that are on your stream, or some of the things that you're doing, or some of the games he's playing, like, you guys go into the technicalities of it, and you just know the game. Like, Dio's just like, oh yeah, John, you're playing Final Fantasy X? Let me know if you need help with the upgrading system, because the grid is a little difficult to understand. Just let me know when you're ready to upgrade, and I'll tell you how to do it. And it's just like, I went through that, and it told me how to do it, and I'm still confused. But I know I can go to Dio, and Dio's going to explain it to me to where I understand it. So I think you and Dio share that, and I think Dio is very good at that point of the games. Like, you talk to him about a game that he has played, he knows it inside and out, which is super cool.
Yeah, and yeah, he's got that fighting game obviously aspect into him, so he could reach out to that audience and stuff like that. And he's already trying to expand himself into that, which
I remember him talking to people. But
that's awesome for him, and like he's got that promotion in him. Like, he's already fucking promoting the channel whenever he can and stuff like that, and wearing the t-shirt, being like, yo, check out my boy and stuff like that. So like, I appreciate that. So we got the core four. Wrestling.
Wait, which one am I? No.
Well, I'm obviously. Woo!
Oh, I thought we meant from the Bible.
No! We're not Death, Plague, and all that shit. Damn! That took a dark turn.
Well, I was thinking of the Darksiders.
The Darksiders? From, like...
the video game Darksiders.
Morgan and...
No.
Oh, well,
there's a game called Darksiders where you play as War and Death.
I'm thinking Darkstalker. Am I thinking Darkstalker?
I'm not thinking about weird people who are not dressed.
Hey! Felicia's only not dressed. Anyway.
The other one has a bat bra.
So it's a bra. That's close.
But it's a bat!
The other one just has fur. We're not discussing Morgan and Felicia right now. Bye, Felicia. All right, but anyway, so we got the core 4. I would love also to bring back Little John. Now, let me tell you why. Obviously, this journey would have never started without Little John. He was the one who asked me... Pioneered, exactly. Do you want to do a YouTube channel? And me, trying to be supportive, was like, you know what? Yeah, that sounds fun. Let's do it. And stuff like that. But he was the pioneer. He told me about Twitch. He turned me on to that and stuff like that. And he's constantly giving me... I am Nubaku from the Gorilla Tribe.
That was great.
He's constantly giving me feedback just random times. Like, oh, the thumbnails look really cool now. Oh, this video is nice. Man, the stream's working really well for you and stuff like that. And, like, I would love to have him back because... he is gifted beyond belief, and he doesn't know. He has a lot of, like, I know he doesn't play games as much as he used to growing up, but, like, he was big into that culture, and now he's, like, kind of shifted over into, he was into anime for a while. Anime. And he's very musically talented. If you guys have watched the Press Start series on youtube.com/enigma9011, not the actual link, but just search it on YouTube because you're here now.
Why not?
Press Start, that opening theme, he made that like randomly when we first started the channel, and I was like, I don't know what I'm going to use this for, but this sounds pretty cool. And then I finally found a use for it. So he's made that just on the fly. He's very talented with piano and things like that, and he's like, he wants to make his own channel and make more music videos, but like he doesn't do it, and I want to help him do that, if that makes sense. But I would love to have him on the team because I feel like he's another one that's very rational thinking, and I feel if he has people to bounce ideas off of, maybe he'll be more creative himself.
He's a very mellow guy.
That as well.
He's definitely a good person to have around in the atmosphere. When he came over for the 3-year anniversary, it was very, you could tell there was a change in his life. You could tell that he had moved into a different area in his life, but it's kind of like a growing up type of thing.
Yeah. So John, I'd love to bring back, or Lil John, and then I'd love to get Brendan on the team, because obviously Brendan has done a lot of our graphics, aka Savigades.
Oh, dude, yeah, they're amazing.
Like that.
They're awesome.
Yeah, so he's done the main logo.
I mean, like, the thing is, like, I've watched. I've been recently watching. There's Node, and then there's Sam and Nico's channel.
Okay.
I really like Node. I've loved them since the day that I watched Freddie and all of them play video games together. Like, Node is like the vision I have for us. Is a couple of guys sitting around playing video games and people watching us play video games and watching us have fun doing it and creating stuff and creating movies, creating special effects, doing all this cool stuff. And like, I watch Sam and Nico's channel and I'm sitting there like, why can't Brett, Billy and Dio do that? And like everybody else that we have brought into our little group, why can't we do that? Like, what's stopping us from opening up our own studio and making this stuff? Like, well, connections,
Yeah, I mean, connections definitely help, and like, it helps, but it's not the cause of everything. I feel like if we were going to actually do it, we need to actually do it.
Commit to it.
Like, we don't need a studio right away, because that's, fucking obscene amount of money. That's like, the green screen, the chair I just got recently, that was available because, people were supporting and things like that. But, like, I'm not, as we recently talked about, getting a high-end PC and be like, yo, check out this awesome setup of $2,000, and now I'm going to be popular because I have the PC or whatever. Like, those things are good and they help, but, like, if you don't have, it's not going to guarantee success. So, like, if we have
tools help you get success, it's you have to make the success.
Yeah, so I feel like if we had something at least kind of ground started, if that's the right word for it, like maybe would be more inclined to, okay, let's all look into a space, or let's all do this and stuff like that. And like,
honestly, you know how you were talking about how you were like, maybe you should do a segment where you're teaching people how to edit.
mm-hmm.
Like, I can pick up stuff pretty quickly,
Mm-hmm.
but like, I think we all should have a basic understanding of editing,
Right.
so that we're able to, one, help your load,
Mm-hmm.
so that you're able to make more content, more videos. So the more videos you create,
More likelihood of audience and
exactly
eyes seeing it.
and
Yeah.
then on top of that, like, what would stop us from making a little mini film, like that one thing with Freddy where he has the guns, and when he's shooting the guns, flowers come out.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what would be technically stopping us from doing that type of editing?
Yeah.
If you were to give us a little idea of how to edit
Mm-hmm.
and how to shoot, and actually go out and make those shoots.
Yeah, and that's what I'm kind of building on. I still got Brendan to talk about, and I got one other guy that's the dream team. So, Brendan, obviously, graphics, he's very talented. Unfortunately, he hasn't really been, like, super hardcore set on anything. Like, he's very, like, he went to college, he didn't finish college, he dropped out, he went to this job, he's been to this job, he's been to this job. He, like, hasn't really settled on anything. He wants to do graphics, but I don't know, like, how hardcore he's chasing that. So I don't know if maybe a team aspect would give him a stronger work ethic. I know sometimes that can definitely be hard to build on yourself, or when you're independent, that can be very difficult, because like I've had times where I'm very productive on my own, and there's times I'll just sit there the whole day, and literally do nothing.
Well, that's why you have a team. A team builds off of each other.
Yeah, so I feel like maybe that would help him, because we'd have more ideas for, hey, let's get this artwork, hey, let's get this artwork, and maybe that would kind of pump his creative juices and have them going. But on the other side, like, I've paid him for one piece of art that he's done, and that was the initial LTS logo with the game controller, the LTS, the original t-shirt has my logo, the split kick, and then the LTS is on the side. The Batman Beyond logo that is on our channel as the profile page, and, well, you can't see it there, but
That's the animated series one, isn't it?
the Batman animated series. Yeah.
Yeah, you said Beyond.
Did I?
Yeah, because I was looking at it, I was like,
My bad.
it doesn't look like the
Anyway,
Beyond one.
yeah, that one is, he made that on his own. He made the Morpher for my birthday. He worked on the 2-year, the LTS long shot with the podcast and everything on the bottom. He did that, and now he's making one. I guess now he randomly dropped that news at the 3-year. He's like, oh, I'm making a new graphic. What?
Thank you!
So, like, that's awesome. Oh, and he made the press start graphics, too.
Lady Killer Bunny, hey,
What's up,
I'm
lady?
wearing the shirt right now. Yay!
Only a few in existence. But
Yeah, I have one.
yeah. But anyways, yeah, like, he's just making these graphics because he's feeling this inspiration. He's feeling a part of it. So, like, I would love to have Brendan on as part of the team as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last member has only been on the stream
Recently.
once,
Really?
and that was in California. And the funny thing is,
Oh, Charlie?
I graduated with him. No, I would. Okay, I'd love to have Charlie too. So fuck it. There's 2 more people, but I'm gonna explain this motherfucker first. JC, He is my
I remember him.
film guy, because California, like I said, he literally showed up once. He lived in LA.
Not when Billy and
No.
oh, okay,
No.
I remember that.
I tried to get him and my buddy
I remember
Jake
JC.
to there. But yeah, JC I've had on the stream once. This guy is talented beyond belief in film. He's the guy I helped with the music video for his band, and then
Oh yeah.
yeah, and I know we still don't have the intro to the stream yet, but he helped me film something really cool for that. So like him and cameras and his ability to do that kind of thing, like I've talked to you guys briefly, I believe, about an idea I have for an event in June. Now okay, in my head, I've talked to him. In my head, I have a video project.
You've talked to him in your head?
No, I've talked to him about the idea in my head. I'll probably talk to him in my head too.
Brett's going senile.
Going is a strong way to put it. Anyway, John looks scared. I've talked to him about the idea in my head on Messenger. Alright. And it's about a promotional video for an event I would like to have in June. Hearing it here first. Anyway, that's mine. Anyway, I've asked him, can we do this? He says yes.
Okay.
So I'm freaking out if I can actually do it. Now, his knowledge with cameras and all the, the work he has made for me currently, just like opens up the doors of possibilities. And with him knowing cameras, obviously we need cameras for the stream and content and microphones, and he can edit and he can do soundboards and things like that. The little GM commissioner video, he helped my commissioner make that video, whoever the fuck that guy is.
Yeah, I want to know who he is. I still need my rematch. You need to tell him I want my rematch. I got a rematch clause.
We can do that. We don't need to bother him for everything.
Well, when are we gonna do it?
We didn't even know who he was to bother us for the first.
When are we gonna do it?
We'll figure it out. Maybe next Saturday. Anyway, but I think he's got a lot of talent, and I think that would help him. He moved to LA to do film stuff, then he moved back around the same time I moved back because things weren't working, so I think that would kind of help him to build more of a portfolio. Not that we're super
close.
No, quality, but
you can
it would give him something to do to
the better material, the better material that we get eventually down the road because of the content that we put out could get us there. And heck, we might even get sponsors. Like Sam and Nico, they have sponsors.
Mm-hmm.
They have sponsors for these lenses.
Mm-hmm.
And like they talk about how these lenses do this and that and how each one is greater than the other one.
Felix Gray glasses. These can help reduce glare from your eyes from looking at a computer screen. And the other ones, I don't know. Yeah, but yeah. So I'd love to have him on the team. And then, yeah, Charlie I'd love too. But that's more of not a selfish thing. There's reason to selfish.
Yeah.
But, like, him and I, we grew up together. He's my brother. And, like, when I was out in California rooming with him, like, there was a point in time, like a couple of months, where he was hardcore dedicated to just helping out. He helped me get the internet connection going, helped me get some new equipment. He was helping me make content. Like, the Borderlands, I keep telling you guys, the Borderlands duel battles. There's 5 episodes in total on the YouTube channel. Go check them out. I think those are some of our best content, those 5 episodes. Because it's just stupid, me and him fighting it out in the arena in Borderlands after we played for like an hour or two. And like, just random streams that we did together. Like, he did the Five Nights at Freddy's reaction video. That's a lot of fun. Super hot the first time. That was pretty cool. I think I had him try Stick of Truth, but I didn't put that one up. There was a stream we played Minecraft for 5+ hours like we used to do back here, where it was just chill and having a good time. Like, when we're together, it's great. It's, no worries, things like that. When he was visiting for my mom's birthday, like, we were shooting the shit and talking ideas. He was a little bit shwasted, but,
Shwasted.
Like, he's one of those guys that, like, he's always got the gears turning when he's focused on something, and I admire that about him. So I'd love to have Charlie, too. But anyways, the culmination of this team, like you mentioned, Node, seeing us eventually as them,
yeah,
I could agree with that. Inspirations I have, obviously kind of funny.
Mm-hmm.
All right, they're a smaller team that build up. They were 4, now they're 4, then 5, now they're 7 or so, and things like that. I would like, that's a studio I look at, and I'm like, or a success story I look at, and I'm like, that could be us. And then higher up on the scale, Achievement Hunter, like seeing those guys, and then this one's kind of a smaller just because it's the FGC community, the fighting game community, and I know not everybody's super into that, but Maximilian and his friends. Like, I've sent you guys numerous videos on what they do.
21!
Suck my dick!
Never forget that. Literally. He just goes off and does that whole tangent, and I'm sitting here like, alright, what the fuck is that?
But, like, their energy and stuff like that, like, their weekend streams when they get all the dudes together is fantastic. And, like, the thing is, yeah, we could absolutely do that. It's just a matter of like, I don't like the dream of that team. Obviously, that's my dream, but I don't know, and nor can I force that dream on anybody else. Like, I know you said you're supportive. I know Billy is supportive, but he wants to be a teacher and things like that. Dio obviously has other responsibilities with his family he's got to take care of, and it doesn't help he's in Portland. JC, obviously, I can understand, would want to do film stuff. Maybe this would help, like I mentioned. Brendan, same thing. He wants to do the graphics. Maybe this could put him in the right direction. Charlie is very out west, and he has his future to think about too, and stuff like that, and maybe something else. But but like, I can't just spring that on everybody else and be like, no, we're doing this. Like, that's the ideal situation that all 7 or 8 of us, whoever I just listed, would be like, yeah, fuck yeah, let's do this. Mm-hmm. But then you got to get everybody in one area. Like, I know North Carolina's a dream for you too, and that almost came up this summer. That would have been another shift or divide per se in this thing, and like, that's not a bad thing because more spread, networking, things like that. But it makes the workflow very difficult, and that studio dream or whatever, and things like that. Mm-hmm. So, like, obviously the studio is still a dream of mine, and I've told you, I might have told this dream too, how, like, I walked into my uncle's place when he first moved there. I walked into your place for the first time, mm-hmm. and as soon as I walked into each of those places respectively, I was imagining a studio. Mm-hmm. Like, oh, I could have set up here, do this. Like, my uncle's place, I was literally seeing Maximilian Studio in there, because that's generally something I would like to do for a single setup stream or just guest streams and stuff like that. Like, the living room's great, but sometimes not the greatest for cameras and stuff like that, because it's just such a long room. And then, like, your place, I could see, like, I was seeing more of like the game day kind of things. I'm like, oh, set up here, and then we can have multiple cameras, and the cable's not too long. I can actually capture all that stuff and things like that. So, like, studio's still up there, and my parents have joked about it numerous times, but my room, I am not really all in. Like, my clothes are in one area, the streaming stuff's in another area and stuff like that, and they're like, why don't you just sleep in this room and make this room the studio and stuff like that? I'm like, I don't know, like, it's cool that we're thinking about it. I'm like, damn, that'd be interesting too. But obviously moving out and stuff like that, not it's happening tomorrow, but like, that's eventually a goal, just because that's life and stuff like that. But I don't know, I know I've been rambling on for a little while, but that's my current big dream that I'm having. What's yours?
I don't think I've ever said it on stream, but I've alluded, on stream that no offense to anybody else, if you feel indifferent, I'm gonna go kind of religious a little bit. I'm a very religious person. I go to church every Sunday. Like, after this, I'm probably going to go home and go to sleep because I got to get up early tomorrow because I have to go teach Sunday school. It's something I do every Sunday. Well, not every Sunday, but, Mm-hmm. I am very involved in my church, not just because I'm a religious person. Like, for me, some people would say I'm a radical. Some people, when I talk about it, think I'm in a cult, but it's not like that because I've been changed forever by this. Jesus came into my life and changed who I am, and I want to live that life. I want to be a pastor. I want to go out and I want to just be like, God, who do you want me to heal today? Who, walk out and say, okay, this person, tell me about this person here, God, and God say, oh, this person's knee is hurting. I want to heal it. Go up to them and just say, hey, your knee's hurting. I'm going to pray for it. It's going to be miraculously healed. And that's happened. That's happened to me personally. Like, my leg has grown. I've seen it grown, just by somebody saying, in the name of Jesus. So that's been a huge, huge part of my life that I don't really talk about too much because, it's Brett's stream and it's not my stream. But that's who I am as a person. and I'm super into God, and I love Him with all my heart. And I know that one day I'm supposed to be a pastor. I don't know when. I don't know how I'm gonna get there. I'm trying to figure that out as I go along. And I've been talking with my pastors, and there's a pastor out in Chicago that I'm going out there eventually soon, just to see the lay of the land and talk to him and get really get to know what it's like to be a pastor. And he's a working pastor, so he's a pastor of a church, and he has a full-time job on top of that, because not all pastors, they don't make a lot sometimes. And it's not the fact of you get paid a lot to do the job. It's I have such a love for people. Just like even if you were to ask Brett, like you could just tell and know that I have a love for people, that I want to see them succeed. I want the best to happen for them, and ultimately, like, I would love for God to come into their lives just by being in their lives. And that's kind of who I am, and that's why I want to be a pastor, is because I have a huge love for people, and I want to be there for them, and I want to strengthen them and encourage them and bring the best out in them. My other goal is pretty much his. I want that to happen. I want to be a part of a studio, just because I've seen it, and quite honestly, video games have been a part of my life since I was a kid, and the person who introduced me to them was my father. I've played video games ever since I was a kid. I could hold a controller and figure out how to play a game. I love video games. I'm never going to stop loving video games. I'm going to teach my son how to play video games, just because they've been a huge role in my life and helped me through situations that were not the easiest. So those are my two big dreams. Quite honestly, I think I could do both. I don't know. I mean, I want to be a pastor in a crazy way, just because I believe that's what God has for me. I also want to be a part of a studio, just because I love video games. I love hanging out with my friends, and I love talking to people. I love the community. The more people I can talk to, the better. Like he said, like, I'm an extrovert. I love people. I love being around people. I mean, if it has to be with typing in a little box where I read what you say, that's cool. But hey, if this gets big, there are cons. I'd probably be the one with Dio going on the road all the time, meeting you guys. Like, that's exciting to me. Mm-hmm. Going to these cons and saying, hey, yeah, this is who I am. This is what I'm a part of. It's nice to meet you. I'm glad that I have that I'm doing something for your life, and that I'm making it better, that I'm giving you, some type of happiness and some type of joy that you can, be like, look forward to. Like, oh, I can't wait to, turn on LTS Gaming. I can't wait to see those guys and see what they have next. Oh my gosh, I get to meet them. Like, quite honestly, like today I was talking to Brett. Like, I got starstruck. I met the first time in my entire life I met a UFC Hall of Famer when I went to this Naga grappling tournament today. I was so fangirled after he walked away. Like, with this and going to cons, just thinking that opportunity could happen to me, like, that's great. That I could do that for a person. That I could make them so happy. Like, oh my gosh, I just met John Dankey. Like, dude, I'm a nobody.
Yeah.
I'm a nobody, but if I could get somebody to be that excited to meet me, I feel like I've changed their life somehow for the better. And that's ultimately what I want to do on this earth, is change people's lives for the better. That's my main goal, and those are my two main goals. Quite honestly, I don't know how it's going to happen. I mean, here's the big dream. All right, what are we doing right now to make it happen? That's who I am, I guess, in the group. And Brett's kind of like, slow down. No, what are we doing, man? No, slow down, John. Like, that's kind of who I am. It's just like, all right, well, here's this, and this, what we can do to plan this. Being in sales, if you want something done, you go out and you get it, and then you make yourself known. So, I don't know. I guess that's what I bring to the table, is I can make us known. And in a world where, not a lot of people can get known. And then there's connections that need to be made. I know I can do that. And I can bug the crap out of people. I'm very good at it. But those are my goals and those are my dreams. Like, they may be two completely different dreams, but quite honestly, I want them both to come together and, I don't know, make sweet harmony.
Now, question. Do you think being that streaming persona, do you think that would affect being a pastor? Like a image to others?
I mean, right now, I'm not a pastor, and quite honestly, probably there's only like one group of people at my church that knows about this, like Caleb and his brother, and his mom and dad. Like, they don't watch, but I tell them to watch. They don't. Caleb watches a couple times, but I mean, for like, if I was in that standpoint and I was in that and if I was in that role as a pastor and I had that title, I would definitely clean up my language for sure. That's a definite thing. Billy, I would still joke around.
Yeah.
I mean, there would be some things that, I would clean up, just because, all right, guys, I do have a title as a pastor. I am a pastor. So there are some things I can and cannot say just because I have an image that people see me as.
Yeah.
So, and my head pastor, Pastor Glenn, is the same way. Like, sometimes, I remember him talking about being at somebody's house and say, hey, do you want a beer? And he's like, I would love one, but no. Just because of the image that it brings out.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't think it would change who I am because it's always a part of me. It would just be a little bit, cleaner. Mm-hmm. Like, YouTube guy, Maverick. He's still Maverick, but instead of saying fuck, he says fluff. And instead of saying the N-word, he says ninja.
Well, I hope so.
So
ninjas are cool.
And basically he did that he's a Christian as well, but he did that along the lines of because he wants kids to watch his content. Mm-hmm. So if he's going to want kids to watch his content, he's going to have to stop swearing. And I think YouTube's changed the algorithms where you're not allowed to swear anymore. So who knows? But no, like that's pretty much what I would be, And if swearing is a part of life, and if it slips, it slips. But I just clean up my language.
Yeah, I just asked because that's like a thing with me. It's why I don't put it on Facebook and stuff as much, because the Taekwondo audience. Mm-hmm. Like, I know everybody could take it so many different ways. Like, recently I was talking with a Clifton Park parent about it because, I don't know, games. Oh, okay, I took a photo of the green screen setup and I shared that. And he's like, oh, I didn't know you were in gaming and doing the live stream, stuff like that. And I'm like, yeah. He's like, oh, maybe I'll get you a couple more viewers. I'll have the kids watch. I'm like, okay. Because I'm like, I appreciate that you'll do that support because they're awesome. I
would definitely say we're 13 and up.
Oh, yeah. But, like, yeah, I'm like, I don't...
We don't swear a lot, but there are times where it's like...
We just are relaxed.
Push the envelope a little bit sometimes.
I feel like this is a release. And some people will see how we interact, whether it's the games we play or the swearing. Yeah, just a bit. Itty bit of swearing.
Tidbit.
And just be like, oh, you were supposed to be ABC, but now you're this.
Yeah,
and,
exactly. It's like, that. This is how I see you. And then now there's this other thing now makes me see you differently.
And some people are fine with that, and then there's other people that would just, twist it the other way and stuff like that. So that's why...
Yeah. I mean, honestly, like, even if I was a pastor and I did this, and I did them both, people would still see me differently. But I'm that type of person that I don't care.
Yeah.
This is who I am.
I'm getting more to that point, but, like, yeah. Because, like, once again, Taekwondo event, I was... The banquet, it's more like relaxed, it's all adults and things like that, and people were asking me like, oh, I heard you do podcasts and things like that, and I was explaining like what it was and the live streams, and making some money off of it. And they're like, oh, that's great. We want to watch the podcast. I'm like, okay. But,
just be prepared.
Yeah, I mean, like, that's great you're supportive and everything, but,
just so you know,
it's not, hey, Master Griffin's teaching class. No, like, I feel more comfortable on the floor, too, because of streaming, but I'm not like, okay, kids, do fucking 10 push-ups or whatever, It's more of a lightheartedness there that's lighthearted on the stream, too, but sometimes it has some colorful language. Not like Ninja, but,
I hope
like
we're
that.
not saying Ninja.
No.
We got no reason to be saying it.
No. So yeah, it's weird like that. But the conventions thing, I'm totally down. I wanted to go to TwitchCon 2017 with you guys. Unfortunately, it didn't work out. Aiming for TwitchCon 2018. Get your tickets when I get my tickets, and you can come meet us. TwitchCon 2018, San Jose, October 26th through the 28th. I believe.
How much are they?
The tickets? I don't fucking know.
Yeah,
I'll look it up. But still.
Yeah, we don't want you to die, Pancake. So.
If you ever said that, I die right
Talk
on
about
the
Ninja.
floor. Oh, I thought she was saying kids do fucking 10 push-ups.
No.
But yeah,
saying Ninja.
there's Taekwondo people already that are
watching
like Pancake, Rainbow, stuff like that.
Oh,
so,
and yeah, a couple of the other kids that we met.
Like Mark and Philip and stuff like that. And
the one crazy kid that I completely blew up his mind when we played Werewolf that one night.
Philip.
Yeah, it was Philip. He's just like,
yeah. So like,
yeah.
There could be that, whatever. But I don't know. I think that wraps up my topic about dreams and goals and stuff like that. Unless Johnny got anything else to add around.
No, man. It's just I see the vision and I want to. Like, quite honestly, it's just like right now. Like I'm the type of person that wants to multi-manage and everything and get it all set and say, all right. All those people, let's get their phone numbers right now after this stream. Like, literally, this is my mentality. It's like, stream's over. All right, Brett, give me every single one of those person's number. I'm going to set up a time, and I'm going to text them all.
Hey, girl!
We're gonna have a conference call, and we're going to say, here's our vision, guys. Who's in, who's out. It's okay if you're out. If you're in, then you're in. And then have a conference call about it. Because that's the type of person I am. That comes from my dad's background. My dad was a big time, like, He was a middleman, He talked to people who made millions and millions of dollars, and people who had ideas. And I think it just comes back down to is like I'm going back to what my dad did. He made his own company doing it. People had millions of dollars. People who had ideas, he'd bring them together. Okay, people with the idea. This is how much money you need to bring to it. We'll bring the rest. So that's just the type of person I am, and that's what I really want to do for this because. I mean, I see the value in it, and I see all the other companies that are doing it. So, why not? Mm-hmm. How? I mean, not only that, we could create our own video games eventually. God. I mean, depending on who we get, how we get, and the personnel we get.
Knowing the timetable and structure of that. Oh God.
I mean, I don't know anything about making a video game. All I know is it takes a lot of time.
I've talked to my current employer about that. I'm like, dude, I'm one guy. What the?
Yeah, and I mean, it takes a lot of people, and it takes the right personnel. And here's the thing: you can get those personnel.
Oh yeah.
And to be quite honest, like, I mean, I love this area. I hate the snow. Don't get me wrong.
Except for when we have snow days. Yeah.
I don't get snow days.
I do.
Well, I'm currently unemployed, so I have snow days all day.
Hey.
But that's the thing. Like, I know someone who can make games. But the thing is, like, I want this to happen because one, I'm a part of it. I want to be a part of something. Two, built it from the ground up. Started from the bottom. Now we're here. That mentality. It's a great mentality to have. And it's like I'm doing it with my friends. What's better than that? Starting a company. Like kind of honestly, like you should look at this as a company, not just.
Well, that's what I do with the stream. I think of it as work, as a job.
Yeah, I mean, I do. I mean, I'm not. I'm a guest spot, but I look at it as work. I could be right now. I could be at Naga. Or, no, Naga's over. I could be, watching the UFC fights, drinking, and getting drunk. But instead I'm here because I see the value here. And I see that this could potentially be something more than getting drunk,
We're better than alcohol. Hashtag confirmed. You heard it first. Side goal that I forgot to bring up, that this could be a quick turnaround goal.
Uh-oh.
But you know that little thing called Saratoga Comic Con?
Yeah.
Last Comic Con, which was...
I don't think I went to that one.
November. No, you were unavailable, I believe. But Brendan and I went. And we went for 2 days. BRB guys got to fight Seymour. Alright, have fun on FFX.
I know who runs that.
I know, and you need to...
Doc does.
Anyway, after you hear this goal, because I'm pretty sure I talked to you about this, pancake. But anyway, I was talking to Brendan, and we walked around for 2 days. Somehow I magically pulled that off. And I was like, you know what we should do? We should get a table. You could sell graphics, and I can promote the stream. So I looked it up last week.
You know what's really funny?
Yeah.
So, I came from church and I was all dressed up and we went to Comic Con.
Yeah.
And I was standing next to a table. Someone walked up to me and was like, so what's your table about? I don't know. It's a blank table. What do you want me to say?
Yeah. So I looked up how much tables are for vendors.
Not much.
$1.50.
That's not bad.
That's not bad at all. So, it's in a month.
We'd have to sell merch.
No, we don't. The Extra Life guys are there. They don't sell shit. They're just like, oh, it's Extra
Well, I
Life.
would say, no, the thing is, I would want to sell merch basically on the fact alone is, 1, get our name out there. Branding. 2,
That's
get our name out there.
Business of cards for. You just hand them to anybody and everybody. I have a...
Everybody wants a t-shirt.
So nobody wants this. Oh, that's kind of funny one. But
everybody wants a t-shirt.
Alright, well, I'll think about it.
Especially
it's
at
damn
Comic-Con.
expensive.
I mean, just do like a spread of like 2 different graphics.
Oh, not that spread.
Not that spread. And do like, I don't know, 3 shirts of each size.
Yeah, I'll think about it. But anyway, table, computer monitor, vignette rolling, a lot of fucking business cards, and just hand them to anybody and everybody. Hey, you 3-year-old? I don't care. Here you go.
Business cards is a good way to go. I mean, I remember like when I was working in, when I was, anybody who's inspiring to be a car salesman, I was told on my days off, go to the mall and put cards on the tables. Literally, just put them on the tables and wait and see who picks them up. And if they're all gone, take some more, put them out there.
People want shirts. Did you see how excited I wanted or got when I got that one? I mean, yeah, I get the idea. I just don't want to be like, because I know if it's me personally, and I don't know who the fuck you are, I'm not gonna be like, you know what? I want your T-shirt. You know? So like, yeah, I get it.
Well, I mean, here's the thing for me: if the graphic looks cool, I'll buy it. And Brendan makes pretty cool graphics.
Yeah.
I mean, from every shirt that I've seen, I mean, except for the first one. I didn't really like the first one. That's just me.
Oi, that's my logo. I did that at school. The split kick? Fuck
Yeah.
you.
I mean,
No,
the Batman
it was
animated one, that one's awesome. I wear that shirt all the fucking time. The white one with the
LTS.
Yeah, the LTS, and then it's got the things right here, and it's got the D20. I love that shirt. I want one. I
know. Stall.
What else is there? I know there was.
I'm just gonna grab them all right now, so that's why I told you to stall.
Oh. So, how'd he do? And someone who sold shirts, half the people who bought did so because cool graph. That's right. I don't know. I'm just thinking future and how. Not much, Pancake. How you doing? How you doing on this awesome Saturday night at 9:00? Them hot days, boy. Okay then. I don't know how to respond to that. Is that Final Fantasy 10, Seymour? Oh, Hot Topic days. Yeah, I mean, I walked into Hot Topic and I saw all these cool graphics and it's like, I don't know any of these bands. I'm just gonna grab one that looks cool.
I guess. I don't know. That's just me being freaking old man, just being like, no, don't sell me your shit. It fell. Oh no, the mic. Okay.
It's limp.
I mean, it's always limp. Okay. So.
I think you need a new mic.
Yeah. That's what the snowball was supposed to be for, but it's not good for podcasts. So this is the OG. I made that logo. That's why it looks like butt. And then Brendan's shoulder, one of the...
I think it's because of the shoulders.
Yeah.
I'm not a big shoulder guy.
Yeah, I was going for a CM Punk t-shirt look. But I get that. That one's a little funky. That's the OG. Then we got this one. This is like the go-to now.
That was when we all got team t-shirts.
Yep. That one, this one is the most t-shirts in existence currently. At 10, I think.
It's a lot.
This is the new, the 2-year one.
That one. I want it because of the D20.
Old Man Brett hashtag, yep. And then this is one I made. There's only one in existence for the press start series.
It's right there!
And then we also have a hoodie of the Batman logo.
Animated one.
Only one in it. No, two in existence. Billy has the other one. He won it in the 3rd year. The extra life.
So, I mean, like, I know there's not too much of a demand, but I think it's like, if you supply it, there'll be a demand. You know, you gotta put a product out for there to be a demand.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we'll think about it. But anyways, there's a month until this convention. So.
I mean, also, if we're gonna do if you're gonna do the convention, there needs to be something on there.
All the business cards.
Well, yeah, but you could just do that by going to the convention. You could just hand
but you know me. I don't talk to people. People see it at a table. They look.
You don't need to talk to people. It's just like, here's my card.
Drugs. You want drugs? Here you go.
9 times out of 10, people won't come up to you.
Seriously, I'll talk to Sam this week. His rings are coming in. Okay. Let me know.
It's like a circle.
That is a circle.
It's like a circle. I don't know what you think a circle is, because that's not a circle.